Hi everyone, it's Michael Citron with the Parkland Parrot Real Estate Team at RE/MAX Park Creek. This is our 6th episode of hashtag Ask Michael Monday. So this is a week right before we're getting into Thanksgiving. So I wanted to come up with some questions that we found that we've been answering the last couple weeks. And first off, our week in review kind of ties it all together. We had an inspection on one of our listings in Coconut Creek where we had a lot of offers on the property and went with a cash buyer. So we get to the inspection. So a lot of the questions that we're getting, what happens when you have your inspection? You get this big long page report with estimates and kind of can make your head spin. This in particular inspector was very thorough and he had over 100 pages of a report that my seller kind of took a double take with. So did I. So a lot of information, a lot of little things, but there was one major structural issue with the house that concerned the buyer, certainly concerned my client as the seller and myself and the other agent. So in that regard, we had a cash buyer. We had a lot of other offers on the property that we didn't go with because of the cash buyer. And the reason why you go with the cash buyer, because you don't have after the inspection, you don't have an appraisal and you don't have a formal loan commitment, financing contingencies. So pretty much after the inspection period, pretty much is a done deal unless there's any title issues. So we did go with the cash buyer, and it was so smart that we did, because once we got this inspection report back, I'd spoken to my seller directly, and the seller was a little concerned and gave him the night to think about it, and we got the report and got the request from the prospective buyer, and went back to the buyer and stated, we have all these offers. I showed them that we had plenty of other offers coming in on the property, and that we just need to come to terms that we could go with another offer that probably would pay more money with a mortgage buyer, but we wanted to try to make it work. So all in all, the buyer stayed. We gave a small credit to make them feel comfortable to move forward. We didn't have a structural engineer come to the property. So it was really advisable when my seller being in that nervous position and butterflies in his stomach to see if this deal would go through, or we had to go back to the drawing table. It was important to stick with the cash buyer. We don't have a financing contingency. If a lender sees some sort of structural possible issue, it could create a red flag. So it was really important in that instance that I really calmed my client down and said, don't worry, these inspection reports are very long and detailed, and that's what the job of a good inspector is supposed to do. But I didn't want as good as inspector person like him coming out as a structural engineer to look at the property. So we went through, we passed it. Buyer put their second deposit in, which was a 10%. I always ask for 10% on cash deals. So it shows that the buyer's vested in purchasing the property, and we moved forward. It was great. My client was happy. Buyers are happy, everybody's happy, but what could have happened if we would have started trying to go with a buyer with a mortgage? We could have had some issues. So that was one of the major things that we did in this week in review. We had a closing on one of our properties in Tamarack. So we're happy that we closed that client out. An appraisal. We had an appraisal in Heron Bay a week ago. I think I mentioned this in the last episode, and 5th episode of Ask Michael Monday, where I had a house that was priced the same as the property that I had sold, same model in Heron Bay, and we were getting $15,000 more. This house had the same bedroom, same bath, same model, everything. So how do we get values up? So this is one of the episodes that you can understand why you see values increasing. How do they go up? So really had to meet with the appraiser, give them lots of comps, get a great upgrade list that the seller had put all this details into the house, and we were able to fight to get the house appraised for $15,000 more than the last comparable sale, which coincidentally was in the same community, and it was my listing at $700,000. So we got $15,000 more. You typically need 3 closed sales within the same area of the property. And we didn't have that. So we really had to go outside the box besides that one sale at $700,000, and then we had to push it up even higher with that property. So all in all, got the house appraised, passed the appraisal period. It was really difficult to do that and fight to get the property up in value as much as possible. So that's what we do. So great week of getting through a really tough inspection, getting through a really tough appraisal. These are the little details that happen. And the question that we got was, how do you get through appraisal? What happens if the house doesn't appraise? So thank God we didn't have this, but typically you would either renegotiate, the buyer would pay the difference in cash from a sales price, appraised value to sales price, or they could back out, or the seller could back out. So thank God we didn't have to go through that on this deal, but we've had that happen before. So you really need to work with an agent that knows how to negotiate the best deal. Keep the buyer emotionally attached. keep the deal, in the works so it doesn't fall through, because we know time can kill deals. So on that inspection, I didn't want to have more time to extend the inspection period, extend the appraisal period. All those things can do is kill a deal. So, time is of the essence, we say in our contracts. So those are a couple things, and coincidentally, I closed on one of my own properties. I had my own closing. I bought an investment property in 2000. It was a condo in Coral Springs with the advice of a great agent and mentor in my office, Dave Scheich, who helped me purchase a lot of these properties. So we also do property investments, and we do property management. So bought this property years ago, had a great tenant in there for many years, and decided that it was time to sell the property, and just closed on it. Great return on investment, great appreciation. So I don't think I could have invested anything better than this property. It was my first investment property I ever purchased, and that was 7 years ago. And Dave Scheich pushed me to buy it. I was nervous, didn't want to do it, and he really helped me through it. And I didn't have the experience in investment properties of my own. Purchasing was my first time. So it really, all in all, was a huge success. I want to thank Dave for all of his help, and certainly my team, because it's been a couple days of going through the process of getting this deal closed. So all in all, had a couple closings, my own closing, got through inspection, appraisal. So it's been a really, really hectic week, and we're really happy that that we're still working strong through the end of the year. So I really want to talk about the holidays. It's really a time that people take a step back. They focus on being with family. Think about it. We have Thanksgiving, we have Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, and then you have the New Year. So that's 3 holidays all in 2 months. So it's a lot of time off, a lot of time down, we call it. So I really want you to focus. This is not just about real estate. I'm here to help motivate you. I'm here to help give you any advice that's being, that success in my business, to help you improve in your business and your personal life. So I remember a couple years ago, I lost focus and needed to get back into working out. And, my brother pushed me into going to CrossFit. It was a great thing. I lost over 50 pounds. And I remember doing it around this time, a little bit before the end of the year. I started doing CrossFit, and it was so impactful for me. But, I always look at it like a time now is when people indulge and they take a step back, and they're spending more money, and they're shopping for gifts and family. It's great. And I think it's an amazing time to really be with loved ones and appreciate your life and be thankful for what you have. That's what Thanksgiving's about. What the holiday season is. It's a giving season. So you should do all these things. But I always see that a lot of times people lose focus on what they should be doing in their business and personal life. For me, an example, 3 years ago was my fitness. So I took a huge step into, working out every day and getting my fitness and my diet together. And it made a huge impact not only on my personal life, it made me feel better. It came across into my professional life. I've never had the best 3 years of my career, and I totally, contributed to my health, and working out every morning, and taking the effort to always get up every morning to focus on these goals. So really hit it out of the park with working out every day. So I think these are things personally that you should do. Business-wise, I don't stop at this time of year. I'm focusing on not so much 2018, but I'm just trying to finish strong in 2017. We still have 10 more days plus of this month, and then we have another full month in December. So we have a lot of people that are looking to close their homes by the end of the year so they can get tax exemptions for 2018. So don't lose sight of that. If you're working with somebody, you're looking to buy a house, you might want to close by the end of the year to take those tax incentives. So these are the things that I really want to focus on. With my diet and starting CrossFit, I really look at people, who look at New Year's resolutions, and they, I always wonder, why do gyms offer these great specials for New Year's resolutions? Because a lot of people start these things in January. They start them in January, maybe February. So When you're thinking about, joining a new gym or getting your health in order, why don't you do it now? Why don't you start now? Right now would be the best time to do it. So you'll be really ready and full throttle in January and February to move forward with your health goals, with your personal goals, with your business goals. We're certainly here if you have any questions. I always say, stand on the shoulders of giants. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. If there's something in my business that I can help you with, or somebody I know, that's why I always do the motivational, quote or read a book. These are things that are going to always help you to improve your life, your business, just make you a happier person and the people around you that way. But you got to stay on track. So the quote, I've been reading this great book, great speaker, my brother again, Howard, turned me on to Grant Cardone. He's a motivational speaker, book, best-selling author, and you can Google him. There's plenty of information. His name is Grant Cardone, and he also does a lot of investing in real estate, commercial, residential. So take a look at it. So his quote, and the book that I'm reading is called "Be Obsessed or Be Average." It's a great thing to talk about as we get into the end of the year. Be obsessed with what you want to be in life. I mean, every day I get up and I work hard and I'm obsessed at my goals and the ability to get better and to help people around me. I have a staff, I have a team, I take it home with me every night because I know that, they have to put food in their, family's mouth. And, it's really important that we really strive to not only improve as individuals, but as a team. So the Grant Cardone quote is commitment. Now, commitment is important. Commitment isn't measured by doing things you want to do, but doing the things you don't want to do when you don't want to do them. This is how you get freedom. Sacrifice a few years for a life. And Grant Cardone also has a great quote that says, "Go the extra mile. There's no one on it." So these are a couple quotes that I saw that I really live by. I love reading his information. I've read his book. This is my third time I'm reading it. I like to read it a few times and make notes and kind of go and dig a little deeper into what he's saying or any writer's saying. So understand, commitment is what we do. And after I read this book, the first thing I said to my brother who had read it already was, I wish I would have read something like this 10 years ago or 15 years ago when before I got into real estate. Because I didn't know. I didn't know that I everybody thought I was crazy. I get up every morning, I come to the office, I stay here till late at night, I work on the weekends, I'm passionate, I'm going crazy on trying to improve my skill in real estate. And everybody was telling me that you're going too fast and you're going, at a rapid pace and this is not right and you should slow down. And, I didn't know how to respond. Everybody was hitting me from different angles and I thought, wow, I'm just going to keep doing what I do. I love it. It's a passion for me and eventually it's going to all come together. I believed in myself. I invested in myself. So I did go the extra mile and right now I'm one of the top agents in the business and I'm humbled by it, but I'm still want more. I still want to, grow and improve and make my clients, get the best experience. And I think that this book that I've been reading right now, the Grant Cardone, is very passionate about articulating this type of life, about getting up early, about working out, being around family, having the best people in your corner, helping you strive to be successful. So definitely take a look at his books. Look at those quotes. Be committed to improving yourself at a time when people stop committing, stop, pushing forward. They take a break. They take a time out. They don't push the lever down. Right now, you shouldn't be breaking. You should be enjoying your family and taking time to spend with them. But the time that you might have your business slow down a little bit as we go into the holiday season is when you really should be focusing on dedicating yourself now to getting yourself truly ready and already the wheels in motion for the next year. I don't think New Year's resolution. I think they should call it the November resolution or December resolution. Don't call it New Year's resolution. Don't focus on doing this in the new year. Do it now. So another thing that I really wanted to talk about in Grant Cardone's book, Be Obsessed or Be Average, and it really hit home for me personally and professionally, but more so professionally when he talks about naysayers and haters. And I totally get this because I experienced this when I started gaining a little bit of success as I grew in my career in the last 5 to 10 years or so. So, a naysayer is somebody, it's like somebody who's disguised as people that you love. It's your mom, it's your dad, it's a family member, it's a close friend. They're always going to tell you to be safe. You know, when you were a kid, your mom didn't want you to go outside if it was raining or thundering, or, oh, you know, be careful driving, and, you know, be safe. And that's what mothers are supposed to do. And I love my mom today. She still tries. She's still a naysayer. Took a long time to get on the Citron real estate train and, you know, approve what I did. So understand a naysayer is somebody that's going to give you advice to hold you back. They're not going to be passionate as you are, or push you to be, you know, driving yourself to get better in whatever you want to be. If you want to be a successful real estate agent, lawyer, attorney, doctor, business person, personal, it's always going to be stay safe. So the naysayers are very hard because you can't get them out of your life. You know, you don't want them out of your life. I always tell my mom, you know, she's saying, Michael, I'm giving you advice. Are you listening to me? And, you know, sometimes I hear her, I don't listen. You know, I understand, I love her, but, you know, I sometimes feel that it's a distraction. It's not getting me continuing my mental mindset of being obsessed with what I want to be. And that's what Cardone's book's about, be obsessed or be average. So the other part is the haters. You need haters in your life, because haters are the people that have failed or find it that your success is impacting their business. And I say in real estate or any business, there's enough business for all of us. That's why I'm here to help. I mentor agents. People knock on my door. The broker comes in and asks me questions. I love it because I was doing that when I came here to RE/MAX. I stood on the shoulders of giants. I went to the Dave Sheiks of the world, you know, and different agents in the business, and asked for their help because I saw value in what they were already successful in doing. So wherever you are, whatever business you're in, or whatever profession you're in, you know, look to the people that are successful. They all have a lot of things in common, I've learned, and we can do other videos about why these people are successful and what they have in common. They get up early, they work out, they have diet, they exercise, they you know, have a business plan. They surround themselves with other people that are successful. My mother always said, birds of a feather flock together. So surround yourself with people that are going to make you better. They're better. You're the low end on the totem pole. I don't want to be the little fish in the big pond. I want to be the little fish in the big pond. I don't want to be the big fish. So that's when I came to RE/MAX. I had agents that had lots of experience, 10, 20, 30 plus years of experience. These agents gave me their experience that they had, and I learned from it and grew from it. So the haters in the business are going to be people that can't deal with their own failures and have to hold you back. They have to talk negative about you or badmouth you in the business. And you know what? I always, you know, when people say that to me, I always say, you know, if they're talking about me, that's a good thing. If it's whatever they're saying, as long as they're talking about me. That's what I say when I go on an appointment or I hear somebody in the business tell me, you know, I heard this about you. Great, you know, that. You know, not everybody has to work with me. Not everybody has to see that I put a lot of videos up and I'm trying to promote myself and give back something to people that help me. And certainly these videos are not only informative but educational. I want you guys to understand that. So, you know, if you watch me, great. If you don't have to watch me. But, you know, it's a part of the process of, you know, growing our business and growing, you know, as a person in all. So I always want people to understand that I just don't get emotional about it. You know, I look at it like it's just a part of the process. And if you look at that, where people are going to give you a lot of negative feedback in your life, they're just there because you're being successful. Look at it as it's a part of the process. So if you're not going to have that, maybe you're not on the right path to being successful. You're always going to have mom and dad giving you advice, or your girlfriend, your wife, your loved one. They're always going to be giving you some sort of advice. But if it's not on the same page of your passion and your obsession of what you're looking to do, as Cardone says, you're not going to get to the right path. So, you know, part of the haters of the world, they're there for a reason. Use them, embrace them. Don't let it emotionally affect you. I don't. I laugh it off. I love it because it means that I'm getting better. I'm improving. I want people, you know, in our business to have that feeling about it. I wish everybody loved us, to be honest with you, but I understand it's part of the process. So again, holiday season time. Spend time with loved ones, family. You know, get involved in your community, your church, your synagogue, whatever it is. be appreciative. I'm so happy we had such an amazing year this year. We killed last year. We did even better this year. And you know what? We have this new equipment. I'm sitting here. This is our 6th episode. I got a camera here, a special tripod with a light, a ring of light, I call it. You know, I'm excited. You know, maybe we'll have a production team. I don't know. I just want to keep growing and improving myself personally and professionally. And I just want the best for everybody who's ever come in contact with us, who thinks about selling or buying real estate or just needs some advice personally or professionally. I'm here. I have experienced a lot and I can help people, and I learn, I hope to learn from more people such as Dave Scheich or other great agents in the business that can help me in the future that, a little older and have a little bit more seasoning to them. So I want you guys to think about things during the holidays, focus on having family, but definitely get your plan of action. Get it for the new year. Don't think about 2018 and 2018. Start putting it together for today. I really would love to earn your business and trust. You can always contact us at 954-609-0591. You can certainly hit us a text message on Facebook, through Facebook Live, or just shoot me a text. I'm always available, always accessible. I hope your family has a wonderful Thanksgiving. We'll be continuing to do Ask Michael Monday through the end of the year, so we'll have more important topics, great articles, books. If you have any suggestions, please, constructive criticism, I don't care. I'm here to help and improve myself, and I love in the process to help people along the way. So you guys have a great night. I love to earn your business and trust.
Chad Radlinger said, "What's up, Michael? You're the big fish now. Hard work, dedication, and implementation."
Thank you, Chad. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. You're doing a lot of videos too, I see, and I appreciate it. Everybody, this is all free. You can all do this. So, look into, great videos I'm posting. I see Chad post a lot. Anybody out there in cyberspace looking to grow their business, please, personally, professionally, we're here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chad. And thank you guys for watching.